Okay, it's up. Start. Animesh.
Welcome to another meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters. This is a special Tuesday meeting. I am Animesh Das. I will be the host for this meeting, and we provide, just to read out the mission of Toastmasters International, the club mission of Toastmasters. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication, and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. You are now inside the code of conduct of a Toastmasters meeting. Please be advised that the meeting is being recorded and that it may not be possible to pause the recording. Please, audience, please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of the meeting will result in removal from the meeting room without any warning. Please ensure that your noise making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. I shall give you 10 seconds to do so. Please speak responsibly on sex, religion, and politics in your speeches. As far as possible, please keep your videos on, audio off, and applause flowing throughout. Be the kind of audience for others you would like to have for yourself. Role players, please rename yourself as role player slash your name slash your club name. You may omit the club name if you are a member of Turning Point Toastmasters. Uh, We encourage you to use the Zoom emoticons generously to encourage role players. We sincerely request you not to send chat messages to everyone or the speaker on stage. In fact, refrain from chatting altogether and focus on the speaker. Reiterating, please stay on mute until specifically requested to unmute. With that, would I'll now take I'll now remove the hat of the sergeant at arms and wear the hat of the host. Welcome to another to a special Turning Point Toastmasters meeting. This is Turning Point Toastmasters on Tuesdays, and today we have an education session planned for all of you. They say feedback is the breakfast of champions. You do realize breakfast is important, yes? So feedback is very important, especially for folks like us in Toastmasters. And now that we have the table topics contest coming up in another few weeks. Yes, and the international speech contest isn't far. I hope you understand that. Mhm. So you would need a lot of feedback. Yes, and feedback needs to be effective. So how about we call on the speaker for today to deliver a session on the art of effective evaluations. Our speaker for today is Toastmaster Anjana Tandon. Toastmaster Anjana is, of course, among other things, the current division director for Division Edge. Long before well, she's currently the CEO and founder of Reckon, an IT company into training and customized software and web application website development. She's also a Microsoft certified professional, director at has been a director at IICT, a corporate trainer, and of course, currently serving as Division Edge Director, having been having been a division level podium finisher and an area level ISC winner. Currently, sir, she has served at multiple club officer positions and president for three consecutive and had been the president for three consecutive terms at Gurgaon Speakers Toastmasters Club. Presently, a member of Online Speaker Toastmasters Club and serving as the associate VP membership. Toastmaster Anjana, the art of effective evaluation. The art of effective evaluation. Toastmaster Anjana. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Animesh, for a brief introduction. Yes, of course, evaluation is the backbone of Toastmasters. And I want to let you know the public speaking and leaderships are skill that can be developed and improved. In Toastmasters, feedback is called evaluation, and it is the heart of Toastmasters educational program. You observe the speeches and leadership roles of your fellow club members and offer evaluations of their efforts. And they do the same for you. If you truly want to improve your speaking and leadership skills, you must learn how to give and receive helpful evaluation. So I would like to know from all of you how you want the session. Should be interesting or just reading the slides and giving the introduction? How you all want? Interactive?
Interactive. Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Because if it would be interactive, then it would be interesting. Otherwise, we feel bored, the other side as well, and me as well. Means will not means take this session very fruitful, right? So, how many of you are evaluating on your day-to-day basis? Can you tell me? How many of you have kids? You can raise your hands. Okay. Parul has. How many of others? No, I'm still married. Okay. TMDA now. So you face challenges in your day-to-day life, in your professional personal life? Yes, right? You can show thumbs up. So that because I just came from office up before half an hour, then it would be interesting for me to take this session. So you people evaluate on day-to-day basis, right? How many you are team leader in your office? Everyone? No. Okay. This is very simple. Means when we give okay. Okay. So what are you doing, TMDA now? If I am pronouncing your name, please let me know if it is wrong, and I'll correct myself. Okay, he's laughing. Okay, now Amit, are you working?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So are you evaluating somebody in your team on day-to-day
Yes, I
basis?
do. I do. I give feedback most of time.
Okay. So how do you feel while giving evaluations?
I feel good, and I try to give them. I feel good about just like I'm trying to improve somebody. I'm whatever I can see the positive and negative. I'm sharing with them, and I motivate and I do things that they can improve with me in my team.
Yes. So while evaluating, what we do basically, we listen and observe others and their work and offer feedback. You evaluate in some manner every day, at home, at office, or in the community, right? So people join Toastmasters Club to improve their speaking and leadership skills. And these skills are improved through evaluations. So today we are going to talk about what actually feedback is, how we should give feedback, and how we should prepare for it. So I would like to share my screen. Is it visible to all? Okay.
Yes.
So what we are going to cover today, introduction to effective evaluation, importance of constructive feedback, evaluation methods, the CRC method, tips for effective evaluation, examples. I have some examples for you, conclusions and Q&A session at the end. So I would like to ask from all of you, is there any difference between evaluation and advice? Anyone? What is evaluation?
Yes,
Yes.
in my opinion,
Okay.
evaluation would be the constructive feedback. It would be positive as well as negative. Negative would be in the sense that it should be positive. Means it should not be straightforward that you did this thing wrong, you did this thing wrong. Just to present the negative as well, so that it will become positive or recommendations. But advice is something which you are saying strictly you have to follow it.
Okay.
So
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
I think there is difference between evaluation and advice. The advice is very generic thing, and evaluation is specific about something. It's like you are pointing out something specific about someone, and you are trying to improve, and you are saying why and how. You are saying why, how, and what about that particular thing. So that's the difference.
Okay, great. We people are coming very closer to the difference in between evaluation and advice. So purpose of evaluation is focuses on assessing a person's performance. And here tone should be objective and constructive. This is offering feedback based on strength and weaknesses to improve. Say, for example, if we say, your speech had a strong opening that captured the audience attention, but you could improve the structure by adding clearer transition between your content. Right? So that is the example of evaluation we can do. In case of advice, its purpose is suggestion or recommendations based on personal experience, means what you have experienced, the same you can share it with others. Its tone would be subjective. It offering tips what person should do. Say, for example, if we say next time try practicing your speech in front of mirror to get more comfortable with your body language. Maybe you have experienced it that if you practice it in front of the mirror, then the speaker can improve a lot. So that is what you have experienced, and that is it. This is the advice which you want to give to the speaker. Understood? So there is a very thin line difference in between feedback and advice. So we need to understand why effective evaluation is a critical part of the Toastmaster journey. Why? We say, okay, we join Toastmasters to get the feedback. Why it's important?
so
Because, yeah,
without evaluation, it would be something like you are just diving into the ship in the ocean, and you are moving here and there without any direction. So evaluation is something which you are giving direction to the speaker, that in this, if you move ahead in this direction, it would be better for you to become better speaker.
yeah. See, for the growth and improvement for a speaker. Because it has many areas of improvement if we are the part of the Toastmasters. Many of you will agree with me that yes, we have different areas, different paths, and we can deliver speeches based on different projects we select. So there are many benefits, not for the speaker. Today I'll tell you there are many benefits to speakers, to evaluator, and the club itself. How it is going to benefit speaker? It builds confidence, right? Because when we give feedback, constructive feedback, then a speaker will think, okay, if I will improve that particular area, then I can give best speech next time. It boosts his confidence. We identify his strength. What are the strengths of the speaker? Because otherwise, if we are speaking and delivering speeches in any of the field, say in our office or personal or professional life, and if nobody is giving feedback to us, what is wrong, what is right, how to do it, then we are not able to find our strength or weaknesses, and we cannot work on those. Pinpoints area of improvement. So we know what are the areas of improvement so that we could work on that. encourages growth. It encourages growth in case of speaker. It motivates progress. So ultimately, a small progress each day adds up to big result, right? So every week when we deliver speech and when work on feedback genuinely, then I tell you 200% you will improve while delivering speeches. Okay. Now for evaluator, how it is going to benefit to the evaluator? Can anybody let me know? How it is going to benefit for the evaluator? Yeah.
One important thing can improve the listening skills of evaluator.
Mhm.
Correct. Anything else?
So it also helps improve your observation skills. So any insights you develop, the way how to develop your insights in as short a time as possible.
Yeah, in a constructive way. How you are delivering and how you are giving the feedback in a very. I'm sorry. Okay, somebody needs to mute.
Yeah, please go on, Toastmaster Anjana.
Okay. So yes, of course, it enhances listening skill. It develops analytical thinking because we need to give the constructive feedback. Based on listening skill, only we can give the constructive feedback. Our analytical thinking should be so strong that we should highlight the strong and weak areas of a speaker. And it improves communication skill. How? Because it tells us how to say the speaker what is wrong. It should not be very critic. It should not be very straightforward. It should not be a direct communication. Because otherwise, what happens, we have seen when there are no good feedbacks given by a evaluator, maybe you will lose membership. Members will not join because they feel so bad that, okay, we have joined clubs to improve ourselves, but no constructive feedback is given over here. So it improves communication skills for the evaluator. It encourages personal growth as well. And for club, when we are saying that, okay, good feedback always helps speaker and evaluator. Ultimately, this is for the benefit of the club. Because when people join and see that speakers are working on a constructive feedback and club is improving day by day. What is club? As a group of members. Means members are improving day by day, then more members can join. And it fosters a culture of growth in the club. It enhances member engagement. Right? It promotes supportive environment. Because when we support each other while evaluating, say today I am delivering speeches and somebody else is evaluating my speech. And the other day, maybe I'm evaluating the speech of any other speaker. So it creates actually a bonding when you give constructive feedback, help the speaker to grow and improve in their day-to-day life. It's not related to, okay, just delivering the speeches and give the feedback based on some constructive, based on the CRC approach, and then your job is done. No, it creates a supportive environment if genuinely we are giving the feedback to the speaker and speaker is working on it. It improves meeting quality, of course. When everyone is working and giving good feedback and everyone is working on the feedback, then of course it improves the meeting quality. Now, what is the role of evaluator basically? After seeing all these things, what evaluator does actually? Evaluator plays the role of motivator. So what motivator is? Anyone? We say, okay, we need to motivate others. What exactly motivate is? It's just like giving feedback and helping the person.
With that, you are giving couple of constructive pointers so that the people can think, if you are setting some examples like this happened with me as well, you can do it. it happens with everybody. So the person who was the speaker, he will get motivated and he will feel that, yes, no, I can do it. Whoever is giving this confidence to the speaker, that I would say the motivator.
Means it works like a support system, right?
Support.
Means motivator plays a crucial role in inspiring and encouraging individuals or team to achieve their goals and perform at their best, right? Key responsibility includes of motivator is it inspires action, means it helps people take initiatives and pursue their objectives with energy and enthusiasm. Only then, means when you motivate, if motivational factor is not there, then nobody is going to work on the feedback. Even if you have given a good feedback, it is not going to help a speaker. It boosts morale. When we motivate anyone, then it boosts morale of the speaker, right? It enhances the confidence and morale, especially during challenging times by providing positive reinforcement. Yeah, with me or not? Everyone is with me? And it creates a positive environment. And it helps speaker to set their goals. See how it is going to benefit. Facilitator. The role of evaluator is facilitator as well. How? Means evaluator guides how to achieve your goal. First is motivate to achieve your goal, but how? Evaluator guide the speaker. It manages group dynamics, means it recognizes and addresses group dynamics, conflicts and misunderstandings. Many things are there that evaluator. It clarify objectives as well. Because sometimes people deliver speeches, they choose their path and they are not aware of where they can deliver their speeches. Because we have seen everyone joins Toastmasters and they think that they can be only the speaker and they are in a means they just want to be the speaker, best speaker, but they don't think that, okay, if they learn many things, they can give good presentation in their offices as well. That is also a speaker. They can be a part in group discussion. While participating in group discussion, how to communicate, that is again the part of what? Speaking skills, means how you can speak, right? So facilitator is one of the major important role which evaluator plays. He plays as counselor as well. How? Based on the discussion we have right till now, how evaluator can be a counselor? What is the role of counselor?
Sometimes speaker has a self-doubt. So in those things, evaluator can act as a counselor, means whatever they are feeling is not true. This is how audience has perceived it. So maybe you are overthinking about it.
Yeah, means the evaluator listens and understands and then guide the speaker how to go ahead and how to move forward, right? So what it helps, it encourages self-awareness of the speaker. He becomes aware, okay, what is good for him or her or what is not good in terms of delivering speeches or how to deliver speeches, in terms of body language, in terms of selecting the content, many things, and we are going to cover all these things. So these are the three roles of evaluator. So what are the evaluation method basically? We'll talk about positive reinforcements. What is that actually? Highlighting what the speaker did well. Constructive criticism. Offer actionable suggestion for improvement. And then encouragement. Keep the feedback motivational, not discouraging. Sometimes people say that, why you are doing this? You should not do it. So such kind of words, such kind of language we should avoid. It should be encouraging. Only then people will get motivated and then they can deliver speeches next time. Otherwise, maybe they will think, okay, I don't want to belong or I don't want to stay in this club. because I am not getting any improvement. So maybe. So in Toastmaster, there is a CRC approach and everyone knows it. Okay. This is commendation. It starts with something positive. Yeah, it's a sandwich. Recommendations are sandwiched in between commendation and commendations. So recommendation is provide suggestion for improvement. And then again, and by giving commendations, means end with encouragement and praises. Right? So there are some tips I have jotted down. When you are evaluator, so what is your evaluator? See, when we evaluate, we think that, okay, we have done mastery in giving feedback. We can say anything to the speaker, but you are not a judge or an authority on speaking. You are what? You are simply giving your own reactions. You are just giving opinions, your opinion. It's not that everybody who is listening to the speaker on the same page. As an evaluator, you are just giving your opinion. So opinion should include what the speaker did well, areas where the speaker could improve, and specific recommendation for the improvement. So this actually is the role of the evaluator. So there are 5 tips to evaluate this speech. So what are those 5 tips? Let me tell you. Demonstrate interest in both the speech and the speaker. Ability to grow and improve. It should not be that as we say that, okay, the person is listening to you and feeling that, okay, I'm not going to work on this. It does not apply to me. So you should show interest in both the speech and the speaker so that the speaker should feel that, okay, I want to grow, I can improve and grow by applying those feedback. You need to personalize your language. I'll tell you, Miss, how you can evaluate what are the sentences, what are the words you should avoid, and what are the words you should not say. And then evaluate the speech, not the person. It happens actually. When you know a person, then sometimes it happens, okay, I know this person. He always deliver a good speech and he has done a great job. And whether the person has done a great job or not, but you know him, you are a very good friend of him, then sometimes biasness comes into the picture. So we should remove that biasness while evaluating. You should be very genuine. So evaluate the speech, not the person. And promote self-esteem. And remember always, and your evaluation on a positive note. Because when a speaker leaves the stage and go back home, they remember only the last word, not all the points which you have mentioned him or her. We always remember, but last point that evaluator has asked to do or for the improvement, right? So how to personalize your language? There are few things. Say it like this. There are many things which we should use. I was impressed with. So you can say, okay, I was impressed with the story or with the start, with the anecdote which you have used. So we should use these things. I was impressed with. I was confused about. Sometimes people, I don't know why you are saying this. So just avoid this. You can say that I was confused about. And see, you also feel when we change the sentence formation, then it changes our communication style as well. Right? When we say you don't, you can't do this, you should not do it, then our tone is different. But when we say I was impressed with, and it is very low tone. I was confused about, again, it is very low tone, but it is guiding. And it is, means you feel good after listening these kind of sentences. You can say, my reaction was. You can say, it appeared to me. If the speaker's voice is very loud, then you can say, it appeared to me very loud. Or if we say, yes, your voice was very loud, see the difference. It automatically comes into the sentence. It appeared to me very loud. When I heard, when I heard your speech, it looked that you are a very good storyteller. It motivates the speaker in a very first sentence. I felt that your energy was little low today. This also we can mention. I think the speech's purpose would have been clearer if you could have done this. Okay. But if we straightforward say that you would have done this, then only your speech would be good. No, we can rephrase the sentence. I think the speech purpose would have been clearer. Or you can use any other sentence as well. Actually, what we want to say over here is we should use I. I means what I have observed as an evaluator. It's not that we are speaking on behalf of the others. I liked it when you say so and so sentence. That also we can say. Now, remember this thing. Don't repeat a point once you have made it. Okay, don't say it again and again. Repeating a point can sound like nagging for the speaker. We should avoid on behalf of others. Say, we normally say, we think. Why we think? Because it's your evaluation. You are doing the evaluation individually. We believe. When we say we, audience would have. The audience didn't understand. They say, when we use one must, people are. It shows that we are giving evaluation based on the people sitting over there. Maybe some other person have different opinion about the speaker. But we are just saying that we think, we believe. It forces the speaker that everybody is thinking in this way. So we should avoid using these words. We should never use never and always in our evaluation. We should not use judgment words and phrases like good leaders don't do this. Why we should say this? We should not use these words while giving evaluations. That was wrong thing to say. See, we can avoid this sentence. The same way as we have done in the previous slide, we can say that if you have used, like, I think the speech's purpose would have been clearer if you could have speak like this. Okay, so we should avoid these sentences, judgmental words. If you want to do it right, you must. We cannot judge any person. Okay, and we cannot use you did. This is what? All these sentences are what? These are directly hitting the speaker. You should not do this. If you would have done this, then it would be done in this manner. You should never do this. You should never use props. You should always use props. Why? If the speech, there is no requirement to use the props, then what is the requirement? You were. This also we cannot use. You should have. This also we should avoid. So these are many sentences you failed to. Means you failed to impress. You failed to tell the story in a very good way. You failed in using the props correctly. In place of that, what we can do is, if you are using the props, please use it in a better way. And if there is no requirement to using the props, please avoid using the props. Use wherever is necessary. And please, you fail to show the PPT properly. Why? If it's required, then please use presentations. Otherwise, avoid it. It's not required. That also we can say. So till here, any doubt, any questions? Anything if anyone has not understood, or if you want to ask anything?
Hi, Anjana, Neeraj this side.
Yeah, Neeraj.
Sometime what happens that suppose somebody comes with a great experience, then it's very hard to find recommendations for someone who just joined the Toastmasters. How to handle such kind of situation where you couldn't notice anything because of your lack of experience. So any tips there to handle such situation?
See, in that case, what you can do is say you are evaluating a very experienced person and you are not experienced as an evaluator. So you can say a few sentences. See, as a very new evaluator, I don't see the person, the speaker, say for example, Animesh. Animesh is a very experienced Toastmasters, experienced speaker, and I don't see any recommendation for Animesh as of now. But yes, if you feel that there is some point, then you can say it. Or if there is no recommendation from your side, then also you can skip that part by saying that the Animesh is a very experienced speaker and he has won many prizes. So I don't see any recommendation to be provided as of now. So in future spaces, yeah, Animesh. You are on mute. Yeah.
Sorry. So just to add, one thing that could be done, because ultimately evaluation is observation and opinion together, right? I hope that's what is the intent. So in that case, maybe you could do something like, okay, this is where this part could have been done a little bit differently, in my opinion, or in my opinion, I would have done it this way. Something like this could be used.
Could be, yes, can be done. Just to avoid that you have not given recommendations. So it will satisfy you as well as an evaluator and to the speaker as well. That
Okay,
would be done. Yeah.
got it. Thank you so much, Anjana.
Anyone else?
Can I add on the points?
I'm sorry?
Can I add in a point about
Yeah,
the
sure. You can.
Toastmaster Samra from Orbit Toastmaster Club, Oman. Actually, as a previous evaluator for the contest, I feel sometimes I experience a very, very senior Toastmaster. We should, as an evaluator, we should not say it's a perfect speech. I did not find anything. I could have find, for example, if the speaker bring, for example, many ideas. I could say, for example, just cut it down into 2 ideas. But we should not say it's perfect speech. There's nothing to add. Try to give an opinion. I feel if you could add more information about this, could have been even better. This will be give more confidence to the speaker.
Yes, sure, you can. Maybe if you feel like that, okay, if presentation or some prop should be used, that also you can add into it. So at least you give some point to it as a recommendation. So now we know what evaluator is and how to do it. But the thing is how to prepare for it. So first of all, it's your duty, and basically this is the duty of the speaker to provide project details to the evaluator. So this is your responsibility to read the project carefully. On what basis you are going to evaluate the speaker. Read the evaluation guide for the project and talk with the speaker. This part actually we miss when we evaluate and when we take the role of evaluator. We should talk with the speaker whenever we get time before he delivers the speech to understand on what basis, especially the speaker wants to be evaluated. Because sometimes what happens, we evaluated based on the guide provided to us. A speaker wants something else. So you can add those guidelines as well, which you receive from the speaker while evaluating speaker speech, right? Now your evaluation starts. So when your evaluation starts, what you do? You start delivering your speech. See what happens in most of the club. In many clubs, I have seen that people say to the evaluator, you are the speaker as well. Okay. So when you give evaluation, then think like you are a speaker and just spend as much as time you can. But this is wrong. Why? Because when you feed those things, those sentences into the evaluator's mind, what he or she starts doing it, he starts delivering or explaining maybe some part of the speech in their own way. And they forgot to tell the evaluation part for the speaker. They forgot to tell the recommendation part. And they only just focus on how they are giving the evaluation. That is actually wrong, because you need to think that you are an evaluator and you need to evaluate the speech. And just forget about the body language. You feel like that you are free and you don't work on your body language, provided if it is not necessary, not related with the speaker's speech. If it is related and you are giving some examples how to improve a particular part of the speech, then it's fine. But otherwise, you should avoid it. So when you conclude it, then there should be ending with the good phrases, good phrases. And after evaluation, the most important is follow up with the speaker. Whether he is implying all the changes or not, and how he felt about the feedback. Maybe sometimes it happens that when you evaluate, at the time of evaluation, speaker don't understand because there is a limitation of the time, 2 to 3 minutes. In 2 to 3 minutes, you need to evaluate the speech. So at that point of time, you just give some pointers of improvement. So after that, you need to follow up with the speaker. If he or she wants more detail, then connect with the speaker so that you could explain what could be better in their future interviews. Follow up with the audience as well. Why? Why we should follow up with the audience?
Because the evaluation that we give should benefit the entire audience as well, not just the speaker. That's why I think we should be following up with the audience as well.
No. Yeah, Animesh.
Maybe
Yeah, so I mean, I believe because ultimately even we could have missed something that the audience must have noticed. Yes.
Correct. So you need to take feedback from the audience as well. How your evaluation was, whether you have missed something or not. Or there are some more points to could be added while evaluating the things. So that is most important, because each one over here we are learning and we learn from each other. So maybe if we miss something while evaluating, so other could do it. So Parul has raised her hand. You want to say something, Parul?
yeah. So how we'll get the feedback for evolution, that whatever the feedback you had provided, that is in positive way or not, means what mistake you did while providing the feedback. So this thing also can get from audience, or how to cope up. This is the question as well.
Okay, so this you could get from the audience, plus general evaluator is there, who is evaluating each and every role player. So what general evaluator does, general evaluator adds some more point if you missed some point while giving the recommendation. Or if she thinks that, okay, there should be some scope of improvement for your evaluation as well, then general evaluator is the person who can guide you how you can do this. Or you can means pass on the chits if you want to do it seriously, sincerely. You can pass on the chits to each and every member. This is practically possible to each and every member present in the room. And then you can ask them, say them, okay, just write 1 or 2 pointers, maybe good and bad, for my evaluation, how I have given the evaluation. Then you will collect those points, what you have missed and what you have used good pointers to means for your, while giving the evaluation. Okay. Anything else that means answered your question? Hello.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
got it.
So important, what is important when giving evaluation? Approach each speech with honesty, that we have spoken of, that you don't think that your friend is delivering the speeches, or you know someone. Pay attention to the speaker's goal actually. What is speaker's goal to achieve? Based on that, try to give the evaluation. Evaluate what the speaker does and not who the speaker is. Just forget about the speaker. Report what you see, hear, and feel as a member. And then delivering an evaluation is an excellent way to practice demonstration your speaking skill as well. That is how your communication skill improves. How you will give feedback, it is definitely going to impact the speaker. Okay. So how to practice it? If you want to be master in giving evaluation, then there are few things which you can start in your club level. How? You can divide the speech into 3 parts. And what you can do is you can assign introduction part to 2 or 3 person to evaluate introduction part. And then you can see who has done the good job. And you can give the center part to 2 or 3 evaluators to evaluate the same thing and then the closing remarks. This way you can practice. In this way, what will happen? You are going to evaluate only a specific part of the speech, not the whole speech. Then you will concentrate and then you will get to know, okay, what important things I can add while delivering the speeches. And you can learn from others as well. If somebody else has given a good feedback regarding the introduction part, you can get points from them as well. Panel discussions you can do. You can assign the role to different people, all evaluators, all speeches, leadership or speakers, making notes on item which they feel need emphasis and discussion. Okay, and video evaluations. You can ask speakers, then please create videos, and then you will give evaluations based on the videos. And if it is permissible in your club, that okay, you can create videos, and based on the video you want to evaluate, and then and there itself you can evaluate the speaker's speech. These are some guidelines how you can practice. So actually, we are talking about evaluator speaker. This is the role of the speaker actually to inform the evaluator and vice president how on education, your education goal. Tell your evaluator any specific point you would like to evaluate on. During the evaluation, listen carefully because you are the person ultimately who are going to apply those feedbacks. Carefully consider each comment and suggestions for the points given by the evaluator and evaluate your efforts yourself. Be prepared sincerely while delivering the speeches. Otherwise, there is no point. So let's see and talk with other club members as well after making speak with the evaluator. Now, I have collected some examples of giving some feedback. Say, for example, 1, how we can use it. Commendation. Okay, first commendation, how you can give is, I really enjoyed your opening. It grabbed my attention. A recommendation, one area that could improve is pacing. Slowing down will give the audience more time to absorb your point. And commendation, how you can give, then you can sandwich it between your use of humor was fantastic and kept the audience engaged. So that is how we can use. Another example, your topic choice was relevant and timely. Or maybe you can say that, oh, you are a very good storyteller. Recommendation, adding a few more vocal variety would make your message more impactful. That is the way we can use. Commendation, overall, you had great stage presence and confidence. So that is how we can give the evaluation, give the feedback. So what we learned so far, we understood why effective evaluation is a critical part of Toastmaster journey that we have spoken of. What are the benefits, why we should use it, how we should use it, and recognize the purpose and value of speech evaluation. And we should learn behavior and methods to improve evaluation skills and how to practice evaluating the speech and discuss as a group, right? So that is how we have completed almost all the areas. Means what we have done is effective evaluation is about helping others grow to balance and constructive feedback, right? It's not that we are just here to judge anybody else, that we are very right and we are speaking, we are a very good speaker, but others are not. But yes, we should give constructive feedback so that others could grow. We should practice CRC method always. Commendation, recommendation, and commendations. So that's all. I hope you enjoy the presentation. And if anyone has any question and answer, then ask. And we can practice how, means there would be a speaker, right? So we'll see how evaluator does evaluation and what are the scope of improvement. So here today's speaker is Parul Jain. And her speech title is Altruism, the power of small act of kindness. And her evaluator is Neeraj Singla. Okay, so let me hand over the stage to the speaker, Parul Jain, and your time limit is 2 to 3 minutes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. चिड़िया ने अपनी चोंच में जितना लिया, जितना समाया, उतना लिया, उतना ही पिया। सागर में जल, खेतों में दाना बहुत था। चिड़िया ने घोंसला बनाया उतना जिसमें समा जाए जीवन अपना। संसार बहुत बड़ा था। चिड़िया ने रोज एक गीत गाया ऐसा जो धरती और आकाश सब में समाया। चिड़िया ने सदा सिखाया लेना एक और देना सवाया। The bird took as much food and water as accompanied in her beak. There was plenty of water in the ocean and grains in the fields. The bird made a nest big enough to accommodate life, although the world is very big. The bird sang a song every day such that it is spread over the sky and on the earth. The bird always taught us to take one and give many. Altruism, a big word that simply means being kind to others without expecting anything in return. Sometimes we think that to make a difference, we need to do something huge. But often it's the small, simple act that can create the most impact. I want to share a personal story. Few years ago, one of my friends invited me along with other friends for lunch. Her mother was the only person who was in the kitchen cooking food for us. I just went into the kitchen to greet her, and slowly I started helping her with a small task. She was so happy and appreciated me in front of everyone about my doing. Deep inside, I thanked my mother for teaching me household things, so I was able to help her. I felt self-satisfied and happy. Altruism is like planting seeds of kindness. You may not see the full impact of your actions right away, but you have planted something that will grow. Many years have passed away. Still, that auntie always remembers me and appreciates the help which I did. The beauty of altruism is that it's simple and powerful. You don't need to be rich or have extra time. Sometimes just listening to someone or helping them with a small task is enough to make a big difference. It doesn't have to cost you anything, but to the other person, it might mean a lot. Thank you so much.
Great. Now I would like to invite on stage the evaluator of the speaker, Toastmaster Neeraj.
Toastmaster Parul Jain, great topic, altruism, the act of kindness. You started with a great story of word. First you said it in Hindi and then you converted it in English. It means you are catering to the international audience as well because our language is English. You put efforts to convert your native language into international language. So that's a great start. And then you have very fluent voice, and you were there was no filler throughout your speech. So this is something you truly nailed at. And the message was great, and you added your story in your speech, so that also backed the logic how it helped you, the act of kindness, yeah, that you did once in your life, how it remains left a lingering effect in somebody's life, and they still remember you. But some recommendation that I believe is, although you had a great story and great message, but I believe it could have been more impactful if you uh, if you included some voice modulation in it, because your voice was constant throughout the speech. I think when you were talking about the act of kindness. Can somebody mute whosoever is speaking? Okay.
Yes, done.
Okay. So Parul, I believe if you could have added voice modulation, and also if you could stand up and give the same speech in standing position, you it would have illuminated your overall speech. But overall, great message, great content that you have built with story backing in your message. I loved it. Just one point could have overall enhanced your speech. Thank you so much. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster Anjana.
Okay, great. How you felt it while giving evaluation today? If you have earlier given the evaluation, what is the
Yeah.
difference you felt today?
Yeah, so I think I kept the points in my mind which you mentioned, because it's my opinion. This is what I have felt. I used I words throughout the evaluation, and this is one big change that I observed. And second thing, I try to choose the words which are constructive. uh like, I was very careful with my words, and obviously CRC approach I have always tried to follow, but these are few changes that I today did. And I also use some of the sentences that you gave during your speech. I wrote the list of it, and I try to use those sentences.
Yeah, and I'll share that list as well with you. Then you can share it in your club as well. Okay, because these are the mostly words. And one thing I would like to mention over here, that you said you should have, you could have, we should avoid this thing, because in place of that, you could say that, okay, it would be better if you have given, if the speech is given in a standing mode. So if we say you could have
Okay.
given better, yeah, we should avoid this. Okay, is there anyone who wants to evaluate? Anyone? Anything? Anyone want to try? Anyone want to try? Anything if you want to say, anything. Any 2 or 3 sentences, maybe one sentence, what she was good at, and any one recommendation, what you think that she should be means applying those feedbacks in their speeches.
Yes, when she got to the evaluation part of giving the commendations or recommendations, she should say, I suggest, not I would believe, I suggest, or I recommend.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So that's how we can improve with giving evaluation. See, when we give evaluation by using good sentences, it improves our thought process as well. No? When we say that, okay, you should do this, you cannot do this, then it impacts our communication style as well. It changes our thinking as well. You become little negative. We should be very positive while giving evaluation. Why? Can anyone give the reason why we should be, the other person should feel positive? Because if we are not positive while using good words, the speaker will not come back to us. The speaker will not regard us, will not respect us. And that bond which we want to create, we'll lose that bond. Right? So that is the way we can give feedback and means apply feedback on our speeches to become a good speaker. So if anyone has any question about it, I hope you all like the session. And if you also want to give feedback for my session, then most welcome. You can write in the chat box or you can say directly to me. Then where I can improve, where is the scope of improvement for my presentation. Yeah, Paru wants to say something.
I have a question. Shall we include some examples? For example, as Neeraj was referring that voice modulation. So can we take some words or sentences like you talk about this sentence and it can be in this manner.
Yes, correct. Because the time limit was less, and we just want
But
to show others that, okay, how we can use good words while giving evaluation. Yes, of course. Means if there is a scope of improvement given by the evaluator, that is a responsibility of evaluator to say it, how it could be said while speaking. Say if we say that your voice modulation means you were talking about very sad thing, but it was not looking on your face, then how it would be? Then this is the responsibility to the evaluator to show it on to the evaluation, to the speaker, sorry. Ki how it could be. And if the voice should be loud, then how it could be? Evaluator should show it by giving the example. Only then you would understand. And if there is a limitation of time, then yes, of course, as I said in my presentation, that you should connect personally with the evaluator. Okay, how I can do it. Because sometimes it happens, speaker don't want to be explained it in front of each and everyone. They want it one-to-one. Okay, I want to get it one-to-one. So it's better to connect the evaluator one-to-one, and then that evaluator will explain you very clearly, okay, where you were wrong, how you can improve it. That's how it can.
Thank you.
So
Could
that's
you please
all.
share
Yeah.
that PPT as well? It contains very informative points,
Okay,
if
I will.
possible. Thank
I
you.
will share. And now back to the host of the day today, Animesh Das. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my valuable feedback or valuable thoughts, which I have gathered from different means resources. So thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anjana. It was indeed very insightful. I learned I learned a lot. I also revised a lot, of course, and it definitely opened me up to a lot more than I could think of. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Anjana. I'm sure everybody over here must have enjoyed and learned from this session. Well, with this, any feedback from our guests? If if not, then we can of course we can of course close this meeting. But before we close, a few announcements. Our next regular meeting. So just for the guests over here, our regular meetings happen on Thursday from 7 to 9. And by the way, if you see over here, the club number, remove club, remove the hash sign. That's our passcode as well. And our our meetings happen on Thursdays from 7 to 9 every week. So please do join us over there. Uh, please do join us on 24th October for another meeting. This is our regular meeting. With that, that would be our regular meeting. So with that, I'll now hand. It is it has been an honor to serve as the host for this meeting. It has been an honor to have Toastmaster Anjana, uh, you know, enlighten us on the art of effective evaluations, and uh, it has been an honor to learn from her about it. So with that, Turning Point Toastmasters and the host, and I, Toastmaster Nimesh, as the host, sign off. Thank you very much. Have a great night. And over to you, Madam President.
Thank you so much, Animesh, for hosting this wonderful meeting. And thank you so much, Anjana Tandon, for taking out time. I must appreciate that the moment I messaged you, you immediately said yes to come to our club and share your valuable knowledge with all of us. We are so grateful for it because I believe this is something that we all have been struggling with. We all had different set of preconceived notions about evaluations. We all needed some kind of guidance. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with all of us. And I'm sure now we as a club and the quality of a club is going to go strength by strength with your session. And yeah, everybody was looking forward for it and requested so many times to have this session. And we are so fortunate that you took over and shared your knowledge. Thank you so much, Anjana. I think today's day couldn't get any better. And yeah, so this is it for today's day. And I request everyone, if you have any feedback, please share with me about today's session, or directly with Anjana Tandon. But if you don't have any, Anjana, maybe you can share your LinkedIn or anything where you would like to have the feedback, or you want people to reach out to you.
Yeah, I'll share my number and LinkedIn
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, because if anybody has any doubt, or maybe if if you have any future session coming in, they would be able to join. So I think this is a great way to connect with the members that who have joined today, and as well as guests.
Yes, if you have any doubt, then yes, of course, you people can connect with me on my LinkedIn profile. This is my LinkedIn profile.
Thank you so much, Anjana, for sharing this. I will definitely going to send you request after this meeting.
Sure.
Yeah, so this is it. I think we all can take leave today. And please share your valuable feedback with the Anjana, and you can share with me as well. I will pass it over to Anjana. And yeah, so this is it. And once again, this is not a regular meeting. This is a special session that we have conducted to for everyone. We usually meet on Thursday, so don't get confused from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So just reminder once more time. Okay, so I think we can all sign off and do our activities back.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
ma'am. Thank you,
Thank you.
Anjana, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.